You probably heard that you need to build up your personal brand, but did people actually explain you what it is? If not, I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Daria. I'm a personal branding coach, and I help service providers, entrepreneurs, and product-based business owners build their personal brand online. And so the question remains, what is your personal brand? Your personal brand is basically what people think about you, what comes up in their mind when they hear about your name, when they see your social media, and any kind of associations that they have with you, your name, your presence. And here you might be thinking, well, I don't really need to build a personal brand because I don't like people think about me, and I just don't like to occupy the space, and it's just super weird and super awkward. And first of all, that is completely a normal feeling, a normal reaction. However, people will think about you regardless of whether or not you have your personal brand. And the thing is, you probably already have your personal brand built out because people already have some kind of opinion about you, some kind of assumptions that they have built around you, around your name, around your persona. So by building your personal brand, you're actually taking control of what people think about you and what kind of stuff that comes up whenever they think about your name. This is how it works. Let's imagine that you are a photographer here in Vancouver, Canada. You want to get more clients, you want people to know about you, and you specialize specifically in couples photo shoot. You take photos of very beautiful couples from engagement, maybe you do some weddings and just love story kind of stuff, right? So your job is to ensure that when people think about your name and when people think just about you in general, this link of you being a photographer comes up almost immediately. Whereas they're like, oh yeah, I know her, she's a really great photographer. But for them to know that you're a great photographer, they need to see your work, they need to know that this is what you're doing, aka you need to claim up the space, and you need to take up the space on social and be able to say, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. I'm a photographer here in Vancouver. I'm very excited. Here's how you can book me, and here is the previous works that I've done, right? This is building your personal brand. This is, for example, where you used to be a student and now you're a photographer. You don't want people to think of you as a student for many, many years to come. You want for people to think about you as a photographer here in Vancouver. So you're going to build your brand around that. You're going to show up. You're going to show the previous works that you've done. You want to show any kind of videos behind the scenes that you're doing with your clients. You want to show any kind of reviews that your clients have left you and they're absolutely obsessed with your work. You want to show maybe any kind of processes that you're doing, or you're getting ready for a photo shoot, or what's in your back, any kind of stuff like that, where you are allowing the space for people to connect this link, you and you as a photographer. This is exactly what I've done with my personal brand, where I told people that I'm a personal branding coach. And the first probably 50 times where I claimed up this name, it was super, super weird. It's oh yeah, it's just this very small thing that I do on the side. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's I'm just going to occupy this very, very small space. But I didn't want people to think of me as a personal branding coach, because I was this is a little bit weird and this is super awkward. What kind of personal branding coach am I, even if I only have 3 clients, 3 students, right? Now I take up the space as a personal branding coach, and I tell people, hey, I help people build their personal brand online. Immediately, whenever they will think about building their social media presence, whenever they will think about making money on social, they will think about me, because I told them that this is what I do. If I wouldn't tell them, they would never know. And you probably wouldn't be here on this channel. You probably wouldn't see this video, because I would be just quietly do my stuff in the corner and you would never find out about it. But because I showed up, because I took up the space, and because I told you this is what I do, this is what I'm doing here. And your personal brand is basically, is kind of used like a magnet for opportunities, is used as a magnet for new clients. If you're in a freelancing, self-employed business owner, anything like that, if you provide any kind of services, building your personal brand is absolutely crucial, because this is a point for you to get more clients who are aligned with you in the values, in the lifestyle, in what kind of stuff that you are promoting, and also in your price points as well, because your brand will dictate who are the people that you work with and what they can and cannot afford. That is done with a personal brand as well. And now, even if you're working your 9 to 5, you still need to build a personal brand. Let me tell your story here. So I'm originally coming from a background of social media marketing and influencer marketing, right? And in total, before I was doing this as my full-time gig, I had 3 full-time jobs. In my first full-time job as a marketing coordinator at a marketing agency, they hired me because they saw my Instagram, they saw what kind of photos I can take, what kind of captions I can write, and so they hired me to be marketing coordinator. That's a personal brand. My second job, I was a digital marketing specialist at a healthy snack startup. Again, they saw my Instagram, they saw that I can post stories, they saw that I can, we didn't have reels back then, but they saw that I could do carousel posts and the entire social media and digital marketing experience that they needed. I was already showing up on my social like that, so it was a no-brainer for them to hire me. Same happened with my third full-time job, which was PR plus influencer marketing specialist, where they saw what kind of influencer I'm already following. They saw what kind of messaging I put out there on my own social, how I position myself, this level of sophistication that they were looking for to be able to represent the brand. I got it all. So for them, it was a really easy to hire me, because they saw that I understood what kind of influencers and what kind of brand positioning, what kind of messaging I was going for with my stuff. So it would be very easy for me to figure out what was happening for them. You need to build your personal brand, especially if you're in any kind of marketing field, if you're in any kind of PR, anything like that. Building your Instagram, specifically building your LinkedIn, any kind of personal brand that you want to be front and center for yourself, it's extremely crucial for you, just so people can understand your entire vibe, your values, what you stand behind, what you do. And whether you like it or not, you already have your personal brand. People already have some kind of assumptions about you. People already have some kind of opinions formed around yourself, but you are not in charge of that narrative right now. By you showing up on social, by you creating that online digital personas that how you want to be perceived, this is how you ensure that you are front and center and you are showing up in the ways that you want to be shown up and represented. And so you are taking up the space in the very form that you would like to be known as. And this is what basically personal brand is. Make sure that you like this video and don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day.